Friday dinner rush. Zomato takes thousands of orders a minute, and mid-rush, whole servers crash. Your biryani still shows up. The secret is a waiting line between the machines. Here's how it works. When you tap place order, that one tap becomes work for a whole team of services. Payment charges your card. The restaurant service pings the kitchen's tablet. The rider service hunts for someone nearby. Notifications text you, updates, the obvious wiring. The order service calls each one directly and waits for a reply. Engineers call this synchronous. Every step waits for the last. Now, hit dinner rush. The restaurant service chokes and stops answering. The call times out. Your card's charged, but the kitchen never heard a thing. Order gone. Direct calls chain every service to every other one. One weak link and the whole chain fails. So Zomato servers don't shout at each other. They write it down. Your order becomes a message. A small packet of data. Order 4721 chicken biryani, your address. The order service, call it the producer, drops that message into a queue that lives on a broker. A separate server whose only job is holding messages safely. And here's the magic. The producer doesn't wait. It drops the message and instantly tells your phone, order confirmed. The kitchen's tablet, the consumer, pulls messages off the queue at its own pace. During rush hour, it might fall behind. The queue absorbs the spike like a buffer. Now, the crash test. Mid-rush, the restaurant service dies completely. Messages simply pile up in the queue, safe on the broker's disk. 2 minutes later, the service restarts, works through the backlog, and every single order reaches the kitchen. You never even noticed. One more safety catch, the broker only deletes a message after the consumer acknowledges it, sends back a little done. If the kitchen service dies halfway through handling that order, the broker hands it out again. That's why your order can't just vanish. That one idea sits under nearly every app on your phone. If you like seeing what's under the hood, subscribe. This channel lives down there. And one queue feeding one kitchen is only half the story. Because the kitchen isn't the only one who cares about order. 4721. Rider assignment needs it. Live tracking needs it. Analytics wants it too. So the producer publishes the event once to a named channel called a topic. And every service that's subscribed gets its own copy. That's publish, subscribe, and it quietly changes everything. Next year, Zomato adds fraud detection. Subscribe it to the topic. The order service doesn't change a line. Services stop needing to know each other exists. So, which broker do you pick? Two famous answers. Built on opposite ideas. RabbitMQ is a post office. The producer hands a message to an exchange. The exchange routes it into the right queues using rules, and the broker pushes it to a consumer. Once the consumer acknowledges, the message is gone forever. Perfect when a message is a job to do. Charge this card, assign this rider, email this receipt. A smart broker doing the thinking in front of simple consumers. Kafka is a ledger. Every event gets appended to the end of a log and reading it deletes nothing. Events stay for days, a week by default. Each consumer just remembers its own position in the log, called an offset, and reads at its own speed, which means you can rewind. A brand new analytics service can replay every order from last week as if it were live. And Kafka's built for fire hoses. LinkedIn created it to move millions of events a second, and food apps at Zomato's scale stream billions of events a day through it. Rule of thumb, straight from the split. Message is a task to do once, RabbitMQ. Message is a fact that happened with many readers, may be replayed, Kafka. And plenty of big shops run both side by side. So here's the model to keep. A message queue turns shouting across the kitchen into slips on an order rail. Producers write, the broker holds them safe. Consumers pull when ready and confirm when done. Crashes become delays, never lost orders. If distributed systems just clicked a little, subscribe. Plenty more under the hood here.